meet you.
So I'm here to hear some questions about the CPS budget the past couple of years and what's going on right now.
Okay.
So can I ask, what position do you hold right now as a teacher pension fund?
Currently, I'm the president of the Board of Trustees of the Chicago Teachers Pension Fund. We have about $10 billion of assets, and we have about 63,000 members total.
So in the past few years, CPS has been experiencing a huge deficit among all high schools in Chicago. Can you walk me through the events that led up to this point?
Yes, I mean, it's very interesting, but Chicago Public Schools does have financial problems. And a large part of the financial problems stem from the fact that they have spent a lot of money that they didn't particularly have, and as a consequence there's a lot of debt out there. And so a lot of what the money that they owe, the interest rate that they have to pay on their debt is so high that even though they get a lot of money from taxes and the state, etc., they still have financial deficits, because again, it's sort of like they lived on a credit card and now they're paying a lot of the money that they take in is just going to pay for interest payments. So that's really where we're at now. When it comes to pensions, real fast is that the Board of Education did not pay into the pension fund for 10 years. 1995 to 2005, they paid zero into the fund. They just didn't put it in there. So now they've got a big problem, is that according to the law, they have to make up for the money they didn't put in. So what would have been a $200 million a year thing is now, this year, is going to be $675 million that they owe the pension fund. And next year, it's $745 million.
So did CPS not foresee that coming?
I can't understand that. I can't understand it because the thing about pensions, and this is the interesting thing, is that pensions are paid to people who are going to retire. In 1995 to 2007, actually, they had a pretty young workforce. But everybody who studies this stuff, accountants especially know this stuff, they knew that around 2007, there'd be a lot of baby boomers retiring. And once they retire, then they're going to draw from the pension fund. So right now, it's really crazy, but we have about 33,000 people paying into the pension fund and about 30,000 taking out of the fund, which is not good because the current teachers can't put enough in for the older guys to take out. So why they couldn't see that this was going to happen, I don't know. I don't know why they couldn't figure out that.
So through my research, I looked into self-managed plans, retirement plans.
Okay.
So do you think that's a possibility at one point?
Well, right now in Chicago, we have a two-tiered pension plan. It's still defined benefits. Defined benefits means we know how much we're going to get.
Yeah.
Defined contributions, what you're talking about, which is we don't know what you're going to get. You put money in, and then if it grows, then you get it, and if it doesn't grow, well, too bad. The teachers don't want to do that because it's better to have a defined benefit, because then you know when you retire what you're going to get. So are they going to go to it? They could do that. It may come to that for new teachers, but the Illinois law says you can't do it to the guys who already have the benefit. If you became a teacher tomorrow and they passed a law and said all new teachers starting January 2016 are going to be in defined contributions, that's what the governor actually wants. He wants to put everybody in defined contribution. It means you don't know how much you're going to get in your retirement.
So right now you don't have a clue when CPS is going to fix itself, or it will reach a stable point?
I don't. Right now, everything I'm reading is things are really mucked up because the solution, I'm serious, is going to have to come from the city and the state. So you got to have the governor on the same page as the mayor, and those people have to be on the same page as the worker. Really, not really the pension fund, because as a pension fund guy, I can't say what the answer is. If I was the union guy, you can make a point. My job as the pension trustee is to just make sure we get our money. So I can't sit here and tell you tax rich people.
Yeah. When it comes to tax, does it have to only stay within the city?
No, it could be a statewide tax.
Okay.
So the mayor actually had his idea is not a new idea, but it turns out right now, the state of Illinois sales tax is based on when you buy something. If you you buy a phone, then you pay a tax on it. But there's no tax on services. 70% of all money spent is on services. Like you get your hair cut, there's no tax on that. Get your nails done, no tax on that. Get a massage, no tax on it. That's the service business. The mayor wants to tax everything. So if you get a lawyer, you get taxed on it. You get any of the things I just said. That would bring in a lot of money in the state. The governor doesn't want to do it because he's against all taxes for anything. That's really the problem. The governor is anti-tax for anything. The mayor is saying you got to tax something because we're not bringing in enough money. So as a consequence, because the governor doesn't want to raise taxes, they're borrowing money, like on a credit card, which is dumb. It's dumb. It's completely ignorant to be borrowing at high interest rates. So you have two choices, well, three choices. One is raise taxes, pay your bills on time, and actually you'll pay less interest, which is good. Second thing is don't raise taxes, just borrow money, keep on borrowing money at higher and higher interest rates so you got less and less money. And then the third thing, which is what the governor wants to do, is he wants to just basically either bankrupt the place and start over or lay a lot of people off. If you fire a lot of teachers, you will save money. Problem is, then you got all these teachers who aren't working, and then they're not, there's all kinds of ripple effects on the society.
I'd like to leave a comment for those reviewing this.
Well, who are we talking to right now?
Right now we're trying to reach out to mainly Chicago.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Well, I would say very quickly that there is a solution to the problem. That solution is not pleasant to anybody, but they have to find some way to get more revenue, and they've got to get everybody to sit down and figure out what's fair for everybody. But if you just